Oh, oh shit, that was loud. Oh my gosh. I think it's like 12 o'clock, 12 a.m. Yeah. I think I like woke up like an hour ago, and I was just like, I cannot sleep right now. And you know, normal, right? Shit. And I got like, cause I came home like I was tired yesterday, and I like passed out like around like 7, and I slept for like probably like 4 or 5 hours again, but like whatever. But it's currently can't it's I don't know what day it is. I actually forgot what day it is. Oh, today's Wednesday, but yeah, I was I'm about to go to the gym. Just gonna do legs. I'm already up, and I want to get legs out of the way because there's like, I don't like doing legs at the end of the day because like I feel like everyone's doing legs most of the time. I'm gonna go to the gym later in the day, and like where I'm at right now is like it's always like iffy. I just don't like trust where I'm at right now because I think like I'm trying to think about like there was like this time like this was like I want to say maybe April, probably April, yeah. Around April, I was just chilling out. Like I don't know. I went to the gym at like 2 a.m. I just woke up and I'm like I'm just gonna go to the gym. Like there was this like I was just chilling in the car. I was drinking my pre-workout, and like I turn around when I'm getting ready to get out, and like there's this dude just fucking staring at me like right next to my fucking door window, and I was like, dude, I'm like seriously right now? I'm like, bro. And this guy's like, hey, do you want to make $50? And I was like, oh my god. And I just like backed out. I ended up like instant leaving from the gym. Like I didn't even go that day. I went maybe later in the day, I don't remember. Something like that. You know. And like right now, like now I'm kind of like on edge about it because I don't want anybody to like, break into my car. Because like right now there is a person over there that's being really weird. But yeah, other than that, it's like shit. And I mean, I guess like Arizona in the middle of the desert on a fucking at 2 a.m. is kind of scary. I guess you could say that, but I mean, I don't see any like crazy shit going on right now. Like fucking, I don't know. I don't even want to say that word. That sounds like it would curse me if I say that. I'm not gonna do that. Just in case, I'm not gonna say that. But like vampires, or like I forgot what I was watching. I was watching like the Unsolved Mysteries, and they recently talked about like the Mothman thing that's going on in like fucking Chicago. And I was just like, of course. And then like just all the people that were shown on it were just freaking nuts. So yeah. But I just, the reason why I'm up is this thing I just have a lot on my mind. Recently, like I think yesterday, I was like ended up having coffee with this person, and then like I specifically remember like at the time, like a few years ago, like I wasn't really in a good state, I guess you could say, because this was probably like 2020. 2021, yeah, like late in 2020. It was like, yeah, whenever I started that semester, and like I was kind of talking this person off and on, but it was kind of iffy, and I've kind of realized like, because like I haven't like fully like tried what I'm doing recently. Like I haven't like really put like my all, like I've just been like kind of half-assing everything the more that I realize it. And I don't know, And I just like seeing this person where they're at, like in their life, like it's awesome to see that. But it's just like I want to push myself now. Like I don't know why. Just kind of got this burst of motivation. I don't know, but it's been kind of weird. It's just like, going back to like my own stuff, like I feel like for myself, especially like growing up, like I don't, like I've had supportive people, but it's just like, I haven't really had anybody who believed in me per se. Like, like this person, like they have a lot of like people around them, it seems like, and I don't really have that the more that I think about it. And I like that perspective of like seeing things, like, because I specifically remember, like, this is like a few years ago, like, like from what I remember, like, these people want attention and like, like all that kind of stuff. And like, I get that. Like, nobody wants to feel alone, and like people, and like, I felt like people in my position, like, most people wouldn't want to be in my position. It fucking sucks. Like, growing up, fucking horribly fat, made fun of most of the time, ridiculed with all that shit. Like, and most people just give up, right? They would just be like, I'm just gonna sit in my room all day. I'm like, I kind of do that still, but like not to that extent where I'm actually going to the gym. But like all this other stuff that's been going on, it's kind of like exacerbated my symptoms a little bit. And like, like honestly, this person's part of it, and but also it comes from like my self beliefs and how like I took it, because like the way you take things is, at the end of the day, is your fault, right? Like if somebody breaks up with you and you're pissed and you're like, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna put a fucking hoodie on my head and I'm gonna get ripped and show them wrong, that's your belief, right? That's your fault for feeling shitty. But you can feel sad and all that stuff, but the way you contextualize those emotions is on you, right? And that's taken me like a super long time to understand that kind of stuff, because a lot of like, most of the stuff that I've done, like more of for like external validation. But like I've mentioned that, like, where like I would always, the way that I would conceptualize things and basing my self-worth on stuff, like I would, look at certain things, because like growing up, like I was always at the top grades in my class. I never like had to ever fucking try. Like most of the time I could just sleep in my classes and get A's. But then once I got to high school and like I had to like put somewhat effort in, like I didn't do that. Like I just backed away. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. Like this sucks. I'm like, and it kind of snowballed into that. But other than that, then like nobody like really believed in me. Like nobody has ever, like there's been a few people, but like like some of the people that I've had growing up, and like like role models, people like that never really, and like, look, I have like, my family's been there to support me, of course, but like sometimes like moments of like self-defeat, people weren't like really there for me at the time, and like the only person I had was like myself. And I mean, people need to recognize that, like, and like some people, like like me, and like a lot of other people that experience this, like most people do, everyone understands what it's all like to be alone, but more people are more alone than you. Like it's kind of like specific, like this person, like she probably, like from what I understand, like I the way that I could see is like they talked about like being alone. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I guess the way that I saw it's like this person has like their family, and then I'm pretty sure like they're dating somebody, they have a lot of friends around them. I'm like, but it's like, like I can't understand, because like I mean, like it sucks, because like this person's probably looking for external validation, and like I get that, because I did too. And like it's like that is a hard thing to get rid of. It is, because like basing your whole life off of that shit, just like it really drags you down, you know. And like over the last year, like I've kind of changed my own like self-beliefs when it comes to that type of things, and it takes time. It takes a lot of time to like, you know, get over that. It's and like I'm still not at that point where I want to be, but I'm still working on it. And you know, and like, because like when I talked to this person, just it brought back a lot of memories from a few years ago. Because like, damn, like, dude, like I just, you know, it's like I keep taking like punches constantly, right? Like it just, and I just keep fucking moving. And like, you know, somebody like that, like they take one thing like that, and they're probably gonna like just flop on the floor. But I don't know, right? But it's just like for me, it's like not one. You know, I would say a lot of good things, but most I dealt with so much, you know, like fucked up shit, to where I'm at now. Like shit, like when I guess like, you know, and like, you know, I can't really talk about it because they were asking like how was the last 2 years, like per se for me, and I'm like I can't really describe it because it sucked, because it's like that's what I kind of said. It's like it's been amazing, but it's like it's been super lonely because I like, oh shit, there's a cat. It's the Oreo cat from the one video. Ma Drilla. There you are. Look at him. He's looking over here. Oh my god. You know, like I think whenever I move out by myself, I'm getting a cat. I'm gonna get a munchkin cat or a black and white cat. Looks like an Oreo, like that cat right there. I would like flip it, but like you can't see him. Like you wouldn't be able to like. Sorry that I just got sidetracked. But that boy's chilling. That boy's zooming. He is zooming. He is on the hunt. That's my favorite cat. I don't know what to call him. I want to adopt him now, but I can't because of my fucking dogs. And I just, yeah, shit, whatever. And we go back to like what I was talking about. But yeah, you know, like it's surprising when you, you know, kind of just like talk to somebody after these years, you know, and then it's like, I guess like for me, like, and like, you know, everybody deals with their own issues, but I was just like, you know, you talk to somebody like that, like, it just sounds like everything goes their way all the time. And like, that could not be true, but majority of the time, like, yeah, like, but you know, most of the times, like for me at least, like shit, like the way that I see it, like, especially like to get to the point where I'm at, it's like it's been a fucking grind. It has been so much, and it's like it catches up, and the more that I think about it, you know, like I guess like perspective changes, like losing all this weight, and working in the medical field, working as a patient shitter, like shitter doesn't sound sitter, but you know, like it's hard for me to like when I hear other people's problems, like when they like everybody has issues, but like listening to other people have issues, when I like see people who are like quadriplegic or, you know, like fucking worse than that, and I hear that shit, it's just like, and it's like, you know, like I try to be understanding, you know, but it's just like it's like, why, like and like, look, I mean, even from myself, my perspective, like, you know, like I've tried to look more at reality of things, because before, like, I was just so like just trapped in my head, but like now it's like damn, like people just say the dumbest shit, and it's like, you know, look, like people have actual issues all the time, like physical symptoms, all that stuff, and but it's not like, you know, and let me guess, like, and then like, you know, talking to these people, they said that they've been lonely and all that stuff. Like, dude, I'm like I it's just like I've heard worse stories, and like I can't compare it to what they feel, but it's just like get over yourself, right? like, dude, you have like a girlfriend every like 1 to 2 months, or like, like those people, or like girls who, like, you're already talking to another guy already and you're already going out with him. I think you need to spend time with yourself, right? And for myself, like, that's a bit different, but like if people were in like my shoes, the more that I think about it, and like I've been able to like reflect, don't compare your life to other people's, but shit, people would fucking hate their lives, right? Like people would not like survive in the situations I've been in, the more that I think about it. And it's like I've kind of accepted, like, I've had some fucked up shit happen to me, and it's just punch after punch, and like people have their own cards, right? Like people can have a well-loving family, but their income is like super low, don't make any money, and that could be the opposite from that. So people deal with their own issues, right? But like most of the time, like I could say is like not the only person that's ever been there for me has been myself, and that's how it should be. And look, if you're struggling, yeah, look for help. You could find different like outputs, and believe me, like when you see people struggle and like all that stuff, and it's hard, but it's just like there are resources out there for you to get better, and and to open your mind up more, because I think that's the biggest issue with that kind of stuff. But I mean, there's a combination of other mental issues. Like you never know. Like trauma is subjective. People can handle stuff, and like normally the people that are able to like most successful people have probably gone through like super fucked up shit, and the way you handle traumas will make you move forward in life. But there's resources where people can talk to you, and you can get through certain things, and like medications can help it, but like, that's more of like a tool option. But yeah, and then going back to like that stuff, like this, like hanging out with that person, like talking to them for like the past 30 minutes, it's like really like opened my view, like, seeing things. Because like if she's there, like I can be there too. Like I can go beyond that, because like I just know that that's just who I am. And I just like I've been like refraining from like actually trying my ass off and things, and like I know like what I can do, and it's just like thing about me is like I'm just a resilient person, and that's like my biggest trait is like I can keep moving and moving and moving, even though I may not be like the most intelligent person, the fastest, the strongest. Like my resiliency has always like gotten me through things, and it's like that's like my biggest trait about myself. And and like when I just talking to that person, like it's just like damn, like it's like you kind of like treated me like shit, but I guess I can understand. But it's just like that was like one of the first times I've ever like felt like I truly forgave somebody, and I guess that's the whole point of this video. And like talking to them, like I had no resentment, anger, anything like that, because like that's a different story, because like that the other part doesn't matter. But it's like but it was nice to talk to somebody like that again. And it's like like prior to that, like I'm saying, like it was like this person made me feel like shit at the time, because I was looking for that external validation. But it's like she doesn't owe me anything. Like people have their own viewpoints, and they get to choose how they think and how they treat you. Like yeah, maybe they're just a shitty person, and that's who they are, and you got to accept them for who they are, right? And like that person kind of is, but at the same time that's probably not true. But like if they treated you poorly, you got to forgive the sin, but not the sinner. Or forgive the sinner, not the sin. Sorry, I'm tired, but like that kind of thing. And it was just weird, because that was like the first time I felt like I've ever truly like forgave somebody, and I wasn't like resentful, and I try to hear more of their perspective of things. And like that's kind of like it's made me realize the potential that I have, and like what I can do with my life, and like to get to that beyond step, because like, you know, my goals are like to go to med school, and like trying to figure out the whys and stuff like that. He's like, you know, I've kind of figured that out now, and you know, just keep moving forward. We're gonna do legs, and then I got my favorite shirt on, so I'm about to fucking kill it right now. And then I'm gonna go home and study. So, and then I got work, and then I gotta do 31 minutes of cardio. Fun day.